Now we are going to start our pre-March mock 2025. It's an official mock from the ACCA website. Section A contains 15 MCQs as we all know. So we are starting from section A. The data pertaining to the production of electric scooter battery, if EV company for the last 4 quarters were as follows. Quarter 1 till 4 is given, machine hours and conversion cost. In any quarter, should production capacity utilized 50%, should utilized exceed 50%, an additional cost of $60,000 will be incurred for 2 additional maintenance service on the machineries. The full capacity of the existing production facility in a quarter is 60,000 machine hours. So full capacity is 60,000. It means its 50% is 30,000. When 30,000 is fully utilized or more than 30,000 is utilized, there will be additional cost of $60,000. Now, using high-low method, what is the estimated conversion cost for the next quarter if the production capacity to be utilized is estimated to be 35,000 machine hours? So now what will we do? We will follow high-low method or we will use high-low method. So we will follow the steps of high-low method. Step number 1 says calculate variable cost or variable overheads per hour. Here they use the word of cost. So we are writing cost is equal to highest activity level is 42,000 minus lowest activity level is 12,000. Total overheads of the highest activity level is 3,085,000. Total overheads of the lowest activity level is 925,000. So now we can calculate what? We can calculate our OAR. This 33,085,000 includes what? It includes incremental cost of 60,000 because here activity is greater than 50%. So what can we do or what will we do? We will deduct this 60,000 from the 3,085,000. So we will have cost what? Our cost of the highest activity level is 3,025,000. Now we can solve and we can calculate our variable cost per hour. So we have 3,025,000 minus 925,000, 3,025,000 minus 925,000 divided by 30,000. So our variable cost per hour is $70. This is our step number 1. It is also possible in the exams that examiner will ask you just to calculate variable cost per hour by using high-low method, so your answer will not continue with the next steps. Step number 2, total variable cost. Now you can multiply this $70 either by highest activity level of 42,000 or by lowest activity level of 12,000. So we are multiplying this, suppose with the lowest activity level of 12,000. So total variable cost is 840,000. Step number 3, total fixed cost. Now we use lowest activity level of 12,000. So that's why to calculate total fixed cost, we will deduct 840,000 total variable cost from the total cost of 12,000 units. So our total fixed cost is 85,000. This is the base fixed cost. When activity level is exceeding more than 50% of 60,000 machine hours, then it will add further $60,000. Now the step number 4 is y is equal to bx. Y stands for total overheads, which we need to determine for 35,000 machine hours. So the fixed overheads are 85,000 base, which we determined here, plus 35,000 is greater than 50% of 60,000. So we will add additional fixed cost of $60,000, which is a step fixed cost, plus this is called y is equal to a, fixed overheads, plus b. B is variable 70 multiplied by activity level of 35,000 machine hours. So what will we do? We will multiply 70 with the 35,000. It's 2,450,000, plus we will add to fixed cost. So the final answer is 2,595,000. This is the answer of question number 1, 2,595,000. Now we will move on to the next MCQ. Big data. Big data is what? Big data is something where there is a collection of huge volume of data. Include content created by all users on the social media that can be ranged from videos, photos, blogs to many more forms of appearance. Which of the following characteristics of big data are best reflected by the above statement? Where we are saying that we have videos, we have photos, we have blogs. This is called what? This is called variety. Volume means huge quantity of data. Velocity means speed of data, how quickly data is generated. Veracity means truthfulness of the data, that the data we are expecting or we are receiving, how truthful it is. Next is Rex Company is a star-rated hotel operator. Management accountant plans to adapt the building block model by Fitgrills and Moon for performance management. Which of the following key performance indicator is a measurement for resource utilization for a year? So key performance indicator is a measurement for resource utilization for a year. Resource utilization basically can be measured in two ways. First is called capacity utilization. Capacity utilization means if we have 40 seats in a bus, how much seats are occupied? This is called resource utilization. It is also called efficiency of the resource utilization or efficiency of the resources. Similarly, if we can calculate like sales revenue per employee, this is also called what? This is also called resource utilization. So here he is saying that it is a star-rated hotel operator plans to adapt the building block model by Fitgrills and Moon for performance management. Which of the following is relevant? Average room occupancy rate, average guest rating on the cleanliness of the room, guest rating on the value for money services, and average daily room made. With respect to resource utilization, first one is the right answer. Cleanliness can be considered as part of the quality of service under this building block model. Average guest rating on the value for money services could be the part of like financial, or more appropriately it could be like part of competitiveness. And average daily room rate is completely the part of financial. So here correct answer is A with respect to resource utilization. AS company is a large conglomerate. Conglomerate company is the one which is producing and offering number of different products to their customers. Unilever is an example of conglomerate. We have Procter and Gamble as an example of conglomerate, and there are a number of companies which are well diversified globally and offering variety of products to their customers. With the three divisions, Division A, Division B, and Division C, both Division A and B are profit center. Profit center is the one which is responsible to generate revenue and as well as to responsible to bear the cost. Objective of the profit center is to maximize revenue and minimize cost and to maximize profit. While Division C is an investment center. Investment center is the one who is responsible to utilize its resources in an efficient way, and their performance is measured by using the return on investment and residual income. Remember one thing, investment center is independent in making decision with respect to resource allocation. On the other hand, profit center resources are allocated by head office. The accountant is designing a suitable key performance indicator for each of the division. Which of the following key performance indicator is most appropriate for assessing the manager's performance in division A and B? Return on investment with consideration of all controllable cost and traceable cost. Return on investment with consideration of all controllable cost. Then profit margin with consideration of all controllable cost and traceable. And profit margin with consideration of all controllable cost. Key performance indicator for assessing the manager's performance of division A and B. They are managing profit center, they are not managing investment center. So return on investment cannot be determined for these departments. Controllable cost and traceable cost means these are the manageable under by a manager. So investment center manager or investment department manager can manage cost on his or her own. So their performance is using with this, but we will use profit margin with consideration of all controllable costs for division A and B. YB company specializes in assembling central processing unit for desktop and computer in accordance to customer request. There is a request for quotation for a special order of a batch of CPU. Each of the CPU require two key components to ensure its durability, namely component X and Y. All component X required are available in stock with original price costing $5,000. Remember, under the relevant costing, original purchase price is not relevant. Resale value at any time is 1500 with the current purchase price for the component of 6200. Component X is often used in many other orders by the other customers. If a material is often or regularly used, it means this material is valued or will be valued at the current replacement cost, and current replacement cost of the component X is 6200. So you can see in your option there are two options which contain 6200. Now we can say that option 3 and 4 are incorrect. Now we need to choose which one of the correct among option 1 and option 2. As for component X, such component contains some chemical that may cause allergic issue if not properly handled. It is not commonly requested in most customer orders. Part of the company Y required are available in stock from the leftover with original cost of $4,800. Again, original cost or historic price is always considered irrelevant. Disposal of such component is expected with a handling cost of $2,000. Disposal cost means cost of handling wastage. If you have any wastage in your storeroom, now you need to clean your storeroom, you have to pay this disposal cost. Do not coincide or do not try to consider this disposal cost as a disposal price. It is not the disposal price or scrap value. It is the disposal cost if you are going to clean this wastage. Remaining component of Y that require may be purchased with a cost of $5,600. So the remaining component will be purchased at $5,600. Which option shows the relevant cost of the two components for the special order? Now, which one is the relevant for the special order? For component X, we have this 6,200, and for component Y, remaining component required may be purchased from 5,600. So company will do what? Company already have this material, so they will not pay 5,600, they will pay $3,600, and they will pay save their $2,000. So option one is the right answer. We already done with this option one. Indicate by clicking on the relevant boxes and table below what is the performance that is measured by following key performance indicator that is currently adopted by a government hospital. Government hospital is basically a public sector organization. Public sector organization is the one which is funded by taxpayers' resources. So whenever we are measuring the performance of public sector organization like government hospital, government school, government university, so we will use what? We will use value for money approach, which is called 3 E's, where we have economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. So patient to doctor ratio is always the part of efficiency. As long as we have greater amount of doctors in proportion to patients, like we have 10 patients or for each doctor, or alternatively we can say that we have one doctor for 10 patients, or if another hospital we have like one doctor for 20 patients, definitely where doctors have lower load, their efficiency will be better. Readmission rate of patient, it is the part of effectiveness. Economy means what? Economy means lowest possible cost without affecting the quality of product or services. Efficiency means what is the maximum output, and effectiveness means objective has been achieved. So readmission rate of patient could be the objective of the hotel, that there must be minimum readmission rate of patient. This is called what? This is called effectiveness. Which of the following information systems will enable a more efficient flow of information such as procurement, human resource, production, finance, and others across all departments and functions in a multinational food processing company? Okay. So more efficient flow of information is needed. Transaction processing system is the one which deals with day-to-day operations. It is relevant for the operational management of the organization. Customer relationship management system is basically developed to understand the needs of the customers, and we are trying to fulfill the customer needs by producing those products which can fulfill the needs of the maximum customers. This is called mass customization. Executive information system is the one which is made for or used by senior management for their long-term decision making. So here the relevant is enterprise resource planning system. This is called ERP. Like we have ERP uh, of Microsoft. We have like Oracle, and these can be used as the enterprise resource planning, procurement, human resource, production, finance, and other across all the departments. Company is basically doing what? Company established an ERP, customized ERP for their own usage. Next one is RT is redesigning one of the signature product R. Signature products are usually called like premium products. Product R to better meet the market expectations. Existing actual cost per unit before redesigning was $1,700. With redesigning, RT companies desire to have a profit margin of 25% on the targeted selling price of $2,600. Estimated cost per unit based on the new design is 2,100. What is the cost gap per unit of the new design of product R? Okay, so their existing actual cost per unit is 1,700. Their targeted profit is 25% of $2,600. So we can calculate like 2,600 multiplied by 25%. It is 650. Next is to calculate target cost. 2,600 minus 650, 1,900. So the target cost gap is, sorry, it is 1950. Is 2,100 here minus 1950, $150. Next is Pivy company operates a labor-intensive paper manufacturing business with learning effect shown among the workers. Management accountant has furnished part of the production information on a new paper product that launched last month. Cumulative output 1, 2, 3, 4 units, cumulative hours. So hours for the third unit are missing. What is the value of x closest to? Okay. Here we will use algebraic approach. Y is equal to ax raised to power b. Y is average hours per unit. A is time for first unit, which is 9, multiplied by x is activity level, which is 3, raised to power log of learning curve divided by log of 2. Okay. Now, what is the log of learning curve? And learning curve percentage is not given here. Now, how to calculate? We can calculate by using this cumulative output of 1 and 2. Suppose for the first unit we have 9 hours, so 9 into 1, 9 hours. For 2 units, if it is 9 hours, then it must be 18 hours. But for 2 units, it is 16.2. So we can calculate that 16.2 divided by 18, it is what it is representing the 90% or it is 0.9. If I convert into percentage, it is 90%. So it means whenever activity level will be double, time will reduce by 10% or the learning curve rate is 90%. So here we can say log 0.9 divided by log 2. So first of all, we will do what? We will solve this log zero point 0.9 divided by what? Divided by log 2. So here we have log zero point 0.9 divided by log 2. You will always get answer in negative. So minus 0.152003, next 9 into 3 raised to power minus 0.152003. So 3 raised to power 0.84620. 3 raised to power 0.84620. So 9 into 2.533 multiplied by 9. Here we have 22.80. Nearest is this 22.85, so we will use this. C is the right answer. Next question is, which of the following circumstances best demonstrate the main reason that require planning and operational variances analysis for a manufacturing business? Basically, planning and operational variances are determined when we are performing revision of original budget. And revision of original budget is only allowed when actual circumstances are significantly different from the uh, budgeted circumstances which we were expecting at the start of accounting period. TH company which produce pre-cooked food with imported ingredients. An outbreak of unpredicted pandemic during the year that disturbed the global supply chain in material supply. TH company operates a highly regulated market with strong protectionism measure adapted by the government. A recent enforcement of new minimum wage uh, act before TH company finalizes the budget. TH company appointed a new management accountant to replace the existing management accountant who have been working with the company since its inception before TH finalized the budget. So pre-cooked food with imported ingredients. So what is relevant here? Here outbreak of unpredicted pandemic during the year that disturbed the global supply chain in material supply, because here we are talking about the ingredients, and this is an uncontrollable factor for the company. Next one is ZB is wholesaler of a range of umbrellas. These umbrellas were supplied by a foreign supplier with the consideration on the delivery lead time and shipping cost. ZB company only placed one order in advance for meeting the sale of umbrellas for the coming season. There are only two ordering sizes that considered, the large and small orders, which much depend on the local weather conditions throughout the season. The following information relates to its past record of profit earned for a season in accordance with the average weather condition. Weather condition dry and raining, probability zero point 0.3 and zero point 0.7, ordering size large minus 10,000 and 83,000, small $23,000 and 40,000. A private company meteorology advisory firm is offering a guaranteed weather forecast for a fee to all its clients. Based on the above information, what is the maximum fees that ZB should pay for such services? Okay. What we have, we are talking about what? We are talking about the weather conditions, and we have large and small ordering size with their probabilities. Small has the probability of 0.3 and large has the probability of 0.7. Here large has the probability of zero point 0.3 with the ordering size. So first we will calculate expected value with the perfect information. Expected value of perfect information. Perfect information is definitely the one where we don't have any losses. So we will say that 83,000 large multiplied by zero point 0.7 plus 23,000 multiplied by zero point 0.3. So we can solve this if I use 83,000 with the zero point 0.7. I will say 58,100. If I use 23,000 with zero point 0.3, it is 6,900 plus 58,100. So I have $65,000. Now we have expected value without perfect information. Without perfect information is equal to 70% of 83,000 plus now 30% of negative 10,000. Definitely it is minus 3,000, and here we already have 58,100. When we don't have perfect information, then we are expecting that there could be loss in the large ordering size with the probability of zero point 0.3. So sum of these values is 55,100. With perfect information, we can earn maximum 65,000. Without perfect information, we have 55,100. So 65,000 minus 55,100, $9,900 is what? $9,900 is the cost of information which we are ready to pay to achieve $65,000. Or simply we can say that cost of information is always the difference between expected value of perfect information and expected value of imperfect information. PB company is pesticide production company. One of its significant costs that grow rapidly in the recent year that draw the management attention is cost of disposing of toxic waste. Which of the following environmental cost about such disposal cost of toxic waste be classified? Earlier in an MCQ, I explained you that a disposal cost is always paid for what? Always paid for the wastages. And what is this called? This is called internal failure cost. External failure, which will arise due to any penalty, fines, or when we are fail to fulfill the requirement of compliance. Detection means what? Detection means we are like detecting or incurring cost when something is complete within the organization. And prevention cost means what? We are taking measures before starting any task or job. Next one is KH Company manufactures and sells three types of perishable finished goods. Product J, L, and M with highly automated manufacturing technology that produce what is needed for the sale during the period. Relevant information for the three products for a period is given below. We have product J, L, and M. Selling price is 55, 41, 62. Direct material cost, overheads allocated per unit, machine hours, and maximum demand. Maximum machine hours available in a period are 80,000. Minimum order of product M of 6,000 that have agreed with a customer based on throughput accounting principle, which option shows the optimum production capacity. So first of all, in our first step, we will calculate throughput contribution per unit. For product J, we have 55 minus 15, 55 minus 15, $40. For L, we have 41 minus 13, $28. For the third product, M 62 minus 24, $38. Step 2 is contribution per hour. So first is product J, where we have product J 40 divided by 4 machine hours. Here we have $10. Then L 28 divided by 2, 14. Then M 38 divided by 5, 7.6. Now we will do ranking. Step number 3. First, second, and third. After this, we have optimal production plan. Now remember one thing, we already have a contract of product M for 6,000 units. Although it is at third number, but when we will start production, this order will be fulfilled at first. So optimal production plan. First, we will fulfill the requirement of M of this contract. 6,000 units into 5 hours, 30,000 hours are utilized here. In total, we have 80,000. So now we will follow the ranking. At first number, we have L. Its demand is 8,000 into 2, 16,000 are utilized here. So up till now, 46,000 is done. Second is J, and we have total hours of 80,000. J requires 2 hours to produce 1 unit, and demand of the J is 9,000 units. 9,000 into 4, 36,000. So up till here, so what we have like 82,000, but available is what? 80,000. So it means we cannot fulfill the demand of J. What can we do? Now we will calculate the balancing figure, that we have utilized 46,000 hours, remaining is 34,000. Balancing figure, so we have product J 34,000 divided by 4, 8,500 units can be produced for J. So for J, we will produce 8,500, for L 8,000, for M 6,000. 8,500, 8,000 and 6,000 Option 2 is the right answer. Which of the following items of cost should not be included in determining the minimum transfer price of goods supplied by one division to another division with a group of companies? If there is no external demand of the selling department, then the minimum transfer price is equal to internal variable production cost. Internal variable production cost. So here we have opportunity cost per unit of the supply division who operate its maximum capacity. It falls under the opportunity costing principle but not the minimum. Fixed overheads allocated per unit of the supply division. Direct material cost per unit of the supply division. Specific fixed cost. It is relevant. Specific. So internal variable production cost per unit is not provided in the option, but the very minimum transfer price of a good is minimum is fixed overhead allocated per unit, which is basically called overhead absorption rate. And normally we say that overhead absorption rate per unit is irrelevant cost because it is allocated or apportioned overheads. So in available information, with respect to available information, second one will be considered as the correct answer. Which of the following organizations would zero-based budgeting be best to use in the planning system? The zero-based budgeting is best for the public sector organizations, for government organizations. Government organizations can use this budget because they have the discretion regarding their expenses. They can analyze every year what amount of resources are required for a particular product or services. Usually, government is not selling products, they are involved in services. So first three options are relevant with the private sector. Sorry, second and third. So second and third could not be the answer. Public high school with allocated budget from the government. Public listed company in the construction. So public listed company is again a private sector organization. Although it is listed in the stock market, it is called public listed, but it is what? It is the private organization enlisted in the stock market, or even it is managed by the government, but if it is listed in the stock market, it will be considered as a profit seeking organization where aim is to maximize the wealth of shareholders. So first one is the right answer. We are done with the section A MCQs of March 2025 mock exams.